Do you remember that one time you fell face first out of Paula's Suburban?
No.
When you were super drunk and we were at that party and you were like trying to impress that guy.
Oh, yeah. 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 Well, and what's funny about that is I was trying to impress him, and then
I'm your host, Kaylee, and today I am joined by my bestie, Vanessa.
Hello, hello.
So in today's episode, we're going to relive some of our most unhinged moments and also reflect on the absolute reality check some of those were, because let's be real, the way we recover now is embarrassing. If you're in your 30s and still think you can party like you did at 22, this episode is your warning sign.
I mean, you can still try, but...
Vanessa, for those who may not know you, do you want to give a little intro about yourself?
Well, my name's Vanessa. Me and Kaylee have known each other for, gosh, I don't even know, 10 years now.
I'd literally have to count on I'd be like...
Yeah, 10 plus years maybe.
Well, 20, when did we meet? Like 18, 19?
Yeah, definitely before.
But we also knew each other in high school.
So yeah, 10 plus years. I have 2 kids, a 3-year-old and a 5-year-old, and am hoping to get into nursing school coming up here in the fall. And I currently work in the emergency room as a tech. So I have lots of fun stories about that as well.
Are there ever like super drunk people?
Yes.
Who come into the
every
emergency room with crazy emergencies?
Not necessarily crazy emergencies. Most of the time they have just like fallen and like somebody else called for them. But sometimes there is like accidents, like drinking and driving accidents, or like in the summertime, we see a ton of scooter accidents, Lime scooter accidents. So many.
Oh my God.
Or like, and that'll be like the person fell, they hit something, or like they got hit by a car on their Lime scooter.
Oh my God. How fast do they go? Do you know?
I think 25 miles per hour, but that I could be wrong. They could go more than that.
That's crazy. I've not been on a Lime scooter yet. If you had to name one night where we truly lost all sense of responsibility, what is the first one that comes to mind?
Well, I know immediately what comes to mind. And so this is, I don't know, probably like freshly 21, 22. And this was the night we were downtown at the Revolver. I want to say, I don't know if it was Dollar Beers, which Dollar Beers ruined my life.
Oh my God, Dollar Beers.
This night, I do want to preface this whole episode with saying that I do not promote any of the things I've done and do not condone this behavior. After much therapy and self-reflection, I am not the same person I was 10 years ago.
And with that, we're about to get into some real fucking mess.
And with that, sorry, Mom. So this night we're at the Revolver downtown. It was probably Dollar Beers. If you know, you know. There was an individual there that you did not get along with.
Me?
Yeah. So this person in the past had messed with you.
I'm trying to remember. Oh, this was not Dollar Beer night.
Oh, it wasn't? Oh, okay.
This was literally the night I graduated.
Okay.
So we were partying it up because I graduated with my AA.
With my AA. That's so funny. Well, I feel like a lot of the times at the Revolver, it was like you only really went there for Dollar Beers or like to start your night.
Yeah.
So we are at the Revolver, and I know that I was in a mood because my ex was also there, and he will come up a lot in these unhinged stories because, you know, it's very toxic, but he was there. This was not a time we were getting along, so I was already moody. We ended up...
Let's just call it a friendly throwing of hands.
And it wasn't a full-on... Yeah, I just assisted a little bit. And, you know, there was like 2 other people there that had problems with the girl as well. So
I also feel like I need to preface your story. I have also... been to therapy and done much work on myself. But no, I remember that we were, oh my God, we were just crazy because we were just going to the bathroom and all of a sudden I just remember shit popping off and you were like giving me the look, like you nodded and you're like, it's on. And I was like, shit, it's fucking on. And next thing you knew, it was fucking on. And we're getting thrown out of the girls' bathroom door and the bouncers are like kicking us out.
It was really fast. So like, I remember it's you talking to her. So you're facing me, she's facing you, and I'm facing her. You like looked at me and I just like nodded. But it was very fast because the bartender ended up walking in. Like she was just going to the bathroom and then that's when she got security and then we all got pulled out. That part in itself was wild. Us, losing all inhibitions and responsibilities. And then after that, we like created this hostile environment in this bar, which led to people then fighting outside who were not involved with us at all. I watch somebody knock out somebody else. This guy is on the ground, not moving, bleeding from his face. The ambulance gets called and comes. And I stood there with this guy while he's bleeding on the ground and he did not move the whole time I was standing there with him.
That's crazy because I obviously was there and everything carried on outside, but I don't even remember that.
Yeah, well, I think a lot of us like, let's get the heck out of here, but yeah, I just remember like seeing that happen and being like, somebody needs to stay here with him because the person that punched him ran away, like immediately ran off. So, and then I remember like one of our guy friends at the time was blamed for it and he was not involved at all. And I like told this to the ambulance. So yeah, that was a pretty unhinged night. I don't necessarily remember how it ended either.
Yeah. So. I feel like that's kind of the common thing with a lot of our early 20s nights out. Recently, I got a little buzzed. Okay, so I got really, really drunk really fast. And
it's because of the wine.
Yeah,
I blame the wine.
It's always because of the wine. I passed out in the backseat of my car because I was not going to drink and drive, prefacing. Anyway, so I passed out in the backseat of the car and I wanted to take a little bit of a nap while the rest of the girls were in the bar. And I like slumped over the car seats in the back. And I was probably sleeping for like 45 minutes before anyone came out there. And I kid you not, for 3 days, I could not feel my fingertips because I had like a pinched nerve in my back, like 45 minutes.
The best part of like walking out and seeing your vehicle still there is I'm like, this is Kaylee's car. And I'm like, didn't she leave? I'm like, maybe she Ubered. We look in the front, you're not in there. And I'm like, she's in here. The best part is that the seatbelt was on you. Like you were in the back seat,
honestly,
buckled
that's
into the car.
Yeah, I felt it. In fact, even when I got home later that night, which was like 6 p.m.
Yes.
When I got home at 6 p.m., I could feel it like on my side. I was like, oh my God, my legs hurt, my back hurt, my shoulders hurt.
Laying on the buckle.
Yeah, it was terrible. It really fucked me up for like 3 days just because I'm now 30. Are there any like times after having a night out that you remember just like waking up completely injured?
Yeah.
What were the worst injuries you can remember?
Oh my gosh. Well, this one I would say wasn't that long ago. This is Christmas Day at my grandma's house. We spend Christmas Day there every year, and my dad's side is wild. So we, start the day drinking champagne, drinking mimosas. Slowly we move over to seltzers.
Like champagne will fuck you up.
Honestly, biggest lesson learned in the past couple of years when it comes to drinking is like champagne is a silent killer and the worst headache of your life. Yeah, starting Christmas, barely eating a breakfast, even though there's a huge breakfast available. I'm like more concerned about drinking champagne and then moving to seltzers, moving to hard alcohol because it's the only thing left. Anyways, from my grandma's house, we go to my aunt's house who lives not even 5 minutes away. And we're all drinking there, playing card games. It's a blast. Javis is like, I want to go home. I'm going to take the girls home. Also, Delilah wasn't feeling that good. He's like, you can stay, like, just stay the night. We'll come get you in the morning. So I'm like, cool. I can stay up, drink with the fam. I end up going back to my grandma's. It's literally just me and my grandma. We're walking into the front door. My grandma lives in Colbert, so in Greenbluff. So there's a bunch more snow up there. And on her deck, I slip on ice, and I've been drinking all day. I did not catch myself at all. So my face just hits the pavement. And my poor sweet grandma is trying to help me up. And I'm like, just leave me alone.
On the sheet of ice?
Yeah, on her deck. It's just like concrete. So, and I'd been drinking. So I'm like, slip, boom, straight to my face. Didn't catch myself with my hands or anything. So yeah.
Oh my God.
So my grandma was, doing fine, but me, no. So I wake up and I'm pretty sure I broke my nose because I had double black eyes.
I think I remember Paula telling me that. Like, we had plans later and she was like, Vanessa's feeling like a piece of shit.
Yeah.
So she's not coming.
Yeah. Well, and then, that anxiety comes in, like the hangxiety. I'm like, my poor grandma, first of all. And then I'm like, it was Christmas Day and my kids went home with their dad and I didn't go with them on Christmas Day. Yeah. And I just was really feeling like a piece of shit. So
do you find that like after drinking and like dealing with the hangover the next day, you typically feel like a piece of shit?
Yes.
Because
1000%.
That's how I feel also. Like every time I'm hungover, I'm like, wow, I was such an idiot last night. I feel embarrassed. Even like in the moment, I'm thinking, oh, I'm having a great time. Yeah. This is so fun. I miss this. And then the next morning, I'm like fucking embarrassed.
Yeah. Well, and then you start seeing the videos of yourself. Yeah. And then you start, people texting you alive? No, give me a fucking day.
Don't send me the
videos.
Think
about me, you're going to text me the next day and I'm not going to respond. But honestly, one thing I was going to say, I feel like we were so lucky in our younger years to not have Snapchat, Instagram, Facebook. I mean, there was a little bit of it. Luckily, some of my most embarrassing moments were not captured on camera.
That's true.
Just due to our age and not having access to all this social media that there is now.
Honestly, that is true because I feel like if we were having that day today, I definitely would be TikToking you. Like passed out on the couch. I'd be like, bitch, we're going to go viral.
Oh my God. Yeah, well, yeah. And then you see like TikToks and stuff now and you're like, oh my God, I've definitely been there before. Luckily, nobody freaking got me on video.
I make so many bad decisions when I'm drinking. And then like even the last time waking up with just massive anxiety, like my whole body's in fight or flight. I'm completely dehydrated. And then I check my bank account and I'm like, oh, I'm telling Seth, I'm like, I didn't even really drink that much. Like it just hit me. And then I saw how much I spent and I was like, wow. Then I started watching the videos and I'm like, wow. Okay, I drank more than I thought. And I spent $20 on vibes.
Yes.
Like
music.
No. Who does that?
So funny is one, I knew who was playing the music by Kevin Gates being on. And two, I was like, oh yeah, she's hammered. Like,
shout out Kevin Gates.
I was like, oh, we got old school Kaylee up in here. So this is like, teenage behavior with adult money.
Yes.
That tends to happen to me too. I'm like, pull money out of the ATM to play pull tabs.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, have I ever won in my life on a pull tab?
No.
Well, I spend $50 every time I go out on pull tabs. Yes. And then look, and I'm like, for what? For nothing.
Yeah, I think I've won in the entirety of my life $5 on pull tab.
Yeah, and there's some people that win all the time. My mom's like, I always win. And I was like, well, don't let me pick because I don't win.
Yeah.
And we got some lost and she's like, I've never lost before. I'm like,
it's you.
Yeah, I'm like, literally, it's me. I don't win ever. I mean, it's still fun though. That's the thing. It's like Luckily, I'm not doing it all the time.
How would you say like you would prep for a night out like back in our early 20s?
Literally so fun. I think getting ready to go out, early 20s, older teens, so fun with your girl gang.
That was like the pregame, half the fun.
Literally the pregame with all your friends. Everyone's picking out their outfits, getting ready, listening to music, taking shots. Honestly, best part about the night was just doing that with your girlfriends. Because now that we're older, it's like, that's what we want to do. Like, I don't even care to go out. Like, I just want to hang out with my girls, listen to music, take shots, and chill.
I feel like that's when the whole get ready room was big.
Yes, 100%.
Like everyone was like, my get ready room. I'm trying to
it's
get
like
the get
room
ready.
in the
Like when
house.
you first started moving in with your boyfriend, you're like, we need a 2-bedroom apartment because I need a get ready room.
Yep. That's so funny because when we got our new house and at our old house, like I did have my get ready room.
I wish I had a get ready room. When the girls get bigger and I can move them to the basement, all my stuff is going in there.
Yeah. When ours get bigger and well, we're going to move them to the basement this summer, hopefully. But
so that was all fun, like back in the day to get ready. What would you say is different about how you get ready for a night out now?
I always take a nap before. If I know I'm going out, I need a nap. And usually I'll get like a Red Bull earlier in the day to drink in the car wherever I'm going.
So it's not like shots and shots while you're putting on your eyeliner. It's like a Red Bull to stay alive.
Yes, it's post-nap Red Bull and like helping get my kids settled and making dinner while getting ready. Yeah.
I know. I get super like sweaty because I'm like running around everywhere. And so I try to leave my makeup last and I'm always stressed trying to put my makeup on and then I'm sweating through my makeup because I'm like, trying to get bottles, everything. But I would say for me, my pregame regimen now is trying to get hydrated.
Yes,
like,
that too.
Every time I'm like, oh my gosh.
Starting in the morning.
I'm like, I'm going out tonight. I got to get a liquid IV.
Or if I'm like at the grocery store getting my Red Bull, I'm like, okay, I got my Excedrin at home. Let me get a blue Powerade, some popsicles, and like some ramen.
I remember like in my early 20s, I mean, I would just rally because remember when I played darts?
Yes.
And I'd have work the next morning because Dart League is always on a weekday. My go-to was a Starbucks, like venti size cup of ice. And I would get a Pedialyte, a purple Pedialyte. And I'd fill that bad boy up with the Pedialyte. And I would drink that starting at 8 a.m. And I always knew by 10:30, I'd be alive again. It was like always at 10:30.
Well, I don't know what Starbucks does to their ice, but their ice stays frozen forever.
That's sus.
Well, I don't know. I've always liked like whenever I get a drink from there, I get like a venti ice water because it stays cold for so long. Like mine at home just melts.
Something to think about. I'm like,
what do you got in your ice, Starbucks?
All right. Now I'm concerned.
I mean, I used to drink Pedialyte, but then I felt like I was like I would chug it and then it would make my stomach upset. That's how I know I'm really fucking hungover is if I wake up in the morning and I'm like, I'm going to throw up. It's going to be a long day.
Oh, dang. See, I'm like a barfer. I throw up.
Yeah, you do. You do.
But I can also, like, if I can get it over with relatively quickly, like in the night, I can rally. I'm like a puke and rally kind of person.
Yeah. Well, so honestly, I'm like, if you feel like you need to puke, puke.
Yeah.
My problem is I will not puke and I will rally all night long.
Yeah, I feel like that's more dangerous.
It is because, I wake up in the morning and I'm like, I'm still hammered. Go back to bed, wake up noon, and then want to throw up.
What is like the worst hangover like next morning that you can think of? Like, do you remember a time where you woke up the next morning and that was like, I'm never doing that again?
So many times. Let me think.
Was it the time I called you an Uber and you didn't get into it?
When was that?
A couple years ago when you were drunk at the bar and you're like, I need a ride. And I was like,
Cinco de Mayo?
Yeah.
Well, first of all, me and Cinco de Mayo, we're not friends anymore because literally for like 5 years in a row, I made really bad choices on Cinco de Mayo. So we're not friends anymore. But I mean, yeah, that was
Cinco de Mayo is like your new Sabbath. You're like, I don't go out on Cinco.
No, I cannot go out on Cinco de Mayo, unfortunately. It's just the tequila. Just way too much tequila. And tequila
Makes your clothes fall off.
Yeah.
That's what they say.
Yeah. Tequila makes me not myself. Honestly, like one of the worst hangovers I had in a while was after Elena's like surprise birthday party we did.
Oh,
and
yeah, the brunch.
champagne. And because we had how many bottles of those massive champagne bottles, I think by the end of it, like we each had 2 to ourselves, seltzers, shots. And you know, it was a brunch. So we ended up.
I love how it's like the brunches or like the afternoon girls get together and we just like come home absolutely
literally trash.
hammered.
Yeah. Well, so it was like, I remember getting home, you know, it's like 6 or 7 p.m. and I DoorDash Taco Bell, ate a bunch of Taco Bell, and then woke up at like 11 p.m. and was so hungover.
At 11 p.m.?
Yes. From literally, we started drinking at noon and then got home 6 or 7. We had food there, but I'm like, if I'm drinking, like food's the last thing I'm thinking about.
I know. And it was a charcuterie board. So
yeah,
it's
we
not
had like little sandwiches.
Yeah, burgers and fries to like keep us alive.
But yeah, I remember going home, DoorDashing Taco Bell, eating a bunch of Taco Bell, going to bed, waking up at literally, it was like 11:30. And I had a pulsating headache, so hungover. And like to the point where I was like, got a wet rag for my head, an ice pack for the back of my neck, like laid on the couch because I was like, if I throw up, I don't want to wake everybody up. So I could like go from the couch to the bathroom. But it's the champagne. I even like told Javis, I was like, I can't drink champagne like that ever again.
Well, I remember Seth picking me up and I was trying to act alive. Also, I was trying to act like what happened didn't just happen. I'm like, hey, babe, I love you so much.
Yeah, it was a nice time with the girls.
Lovely time. And then we put all my mom's like catering supplies in the bed of his truck. And my mom got them back and was like, why is all my stuff scratched? It's like, yeah, okay. In hindsight,
not the best idea.
My apologies.
Another really bad hangover was, so it was my 28th birthday. So this was my birthday party / Delilah's baby shower.
Oh, yes. I remember
the taco bada baby. So funny. My mom, like still to this day, says that's the best party they've ever thrown. She's like, literally the house looked like a frat house. She's like, it was destroyed, like not destroyed, but just like stuff everywhere. Like all the balloons were on the ground, cups everywhere. So after my mom's, we went to PJ's. And then I had gotten into an argument with Paula, gotten into an argument with Javis. He left me there.
Yeah, I remember.
My mom and Ben were hammered and ended up walking home. I was supposed to go with him, did not. Stayed at the bar, don't remember everybody leaving. And I got an Uber home from these girls I was with that I made friends with. They got me an Uber. I think my Uber account had my old address listed.
Oh, yeah.
So the Uber took me to my old house.
Which thankfully isn't too far away from your new house.
I don't remember all of this. Like I have like bits and pieces. I remember an ambulance coming and I think the Uber driver, I was like, oh, this is my old house. And I was like, it's fine. I'll just walk. And the Uber driver called the ambulance because I was so hammered. The ambulance was like, I remember talking with them and I'm like, I can walk home. And they're like, give us your address. Like we could take you. And I was like, I don't remember my address.
So DM me, is the Uber driver a homie or no for that?
I think a homie. Like he was like, I don't want to fuck with you anymore, but like they can. So anyways, yeah. I got picked up by Javis, who should have never left me in the first place on my birthday.
I remember that. I remember him being mad, but he was also drunk too, in his defense.
Everyone was really hammered.
And had been drinking.
It was a great party. And that was another one that was like started at like 1 p.m. and went through the night. Yeah, I remember waking up that next day and being like, was that real?
I remember being like, Quinn, get your boy.
Yeah.
Like I was sending Quinn to get Javis.
And I mean, that was on my 28th birthday.
Yeah.
So not that long ago.
No.
I definitely feel like that was a rude awakening for me, though. I'm like, okay, I cannot be like telling all my rides that they can leave.
Yeah.
Like, and that has like notoriously been a thing for me. Like, oh, I'll figure it out. I'll Uber home. And then when it's time to Uber home, I'm like, I can't see anything on my phone. Like, I'm hammered. So that was a big time of reflection for me.
I'm trying to think. I know my worst hangover. Honestly, they all were pretty bad, but I could rally. Like, none of them felt as bad as my first hangover after turning 30.
Oh.
And it was after my friend's wedding, Lexi and Colin.
Oh, yeah.
We were drinking at the wedding. It was a good time, open bar.
Yeah,
and this is when I want to say I was like 4.5 months postpartum with Issa. So I had not been drinking.
Yeah.
I had no tolerance. And that was like my first taste of adulthood, like freedom in so long. I went way too hard. Way too fast. Like when you think about how long the wedding was, that short amount of time, and then how much I drank was absolutely reckless.
Well, especially with an open bar, because you're like, who knows when they're going to pull the plug?
Yeah. Which with our friends, like that's dangerous. You cannot have an open bar around us.
Well, yeah. Shout out to the Gondors. They had a open bar too. And I mean, I'm pretty sure they found throw up all over in the guy's bathroom. So
yeah. So we came home from the wedding. I just like booked it right past my sister-in-law who was babysitting. Like I didn't even look her in the eyes. I was like, I can't look at her. And I went straight downstairs because we had been staying in the guest room because it was like in the middle of summer and it was so hot and it's way cooler.
Yeah, I remember in your guys' AC wasn't.
Yeah, it was not working kicking. Right. Yeah. So we were staying downstairs. So I go straight downstairs and I lay on the bed. And the second I hit the bed, I start throwing up.
Oh.
And then Seth came in and he was like, are you fucking kidding me? You couldn't throw up in the bathroom that you just walked past?
You're like, I just needed to lay down.
So, yeah, I had an oopsie on the comforter. And then he was frustrated with me because
at least it wasn't on the sheets.
Yeah. Well, I threw up on the bed and then I went upstairs and was like getting sick in the toilet or whatever. And then I decided to lay on the bathroom floor. And I would say this is probably like the first time in mine and Seth's relationship that he's ever seen me like that sloshed. And he was like, get off the ground. And I was like, why are you being so mean to me? Like, just leave me. He's like, I'm not going to leave you here. And I'm like, leave me.
Yeah.
And then, okay, all of that craziness to say, the hangover, bro, I woke up with COVID.
Oh.
So I felt like I was hungover for 2 weeks because I just was like drunk to like hungover to with a fever and body aches. And I'm like, wow, I'm really dehydrated. No, I had COVID.
Yeah, you probably had a bunch of champagne too at the wedding.
I did have wine. Yeah. There. I had like, honestly, I had wine and vodka and tequila.
Well, yeah, when people are like, let's take a shot.
Yeah. And White Claw.
Good mix.
That was too much.
Good mix. Usually these days I can stick to like White Claw seltzers or I try and stick to vodka, which is funny because I used to not be able to do vodka. I drank tequila only and then bad things happen with tequila. So tequila and Cinco de Mayo we're on the outs.
Looking back, do you think we would relive those nights now? Or do you prefer like a cozy night in with some wine and your girlfriends?
I mean, definitely prefer a night in now. However, I mean, I do still like to go out and have fun. Like definitely not on the level I used to. But I mean, if there's an opportunity where me and all my girls can go out together and we can have like mom's night out and let loose, like I'm definitely going to do that.
I think I would agree. It's probably the like event planner in me that loves like a good party, like a cocktail party.
Yeah.
I want, like you said, how did you phrase it?
What?
Like teenage shenanigans with adult money.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
It's like young adult or like childhood teenage shenanigans with adult money.
Yeah. That's kind of my vibe. It's like elevated, but knowing all my girlfriends, we still get very adolescent.
Like Nashville.
That's another episode.
I feel so lucky that during my prime time of being a little party rat. I had such good friends around me that took care of me. Like, I feel so lucky for that because I was definitely in a position many times where I could have been left alone. I could have, something bad really could have happened to me. And luckily, my friends always took care of me. So I feel really fortunate for that. And it's kind of funny because I always felt like I was the one that people were having to take care of and like check on me and all of that. And now that we're older, I have noticed myself taking care of other people a lot more. Well, even like that after that brunch that day, I was like, holy shit, how did you guys all get here? I'm like, what the hell? I'm like, I'm still fine. Like, what is happening?
That
It was
was
funny
great.
though, because my mom had all her friends over and we all like stumbling.
So what's one piece of advice that you would give your younger self about wild nights out?
One piece of advice I would give myself about wild nights out is to go home. Go home.
Honestly, that's a fucking money piece of advice.
Go home. Don't go home with your ex. Don't let all your rides leave and try and figure out your own way home. Don't leave with random people you meet and want to go party with. Just go the fuck home. Mic drop.
I know. I'm trying to think. My piece of advice, I think, is stick to one alcohol. Do not start brunch with champagne unless you plan to finish it with champagne. And also, if you plan on drinking champagne all day, expect to like catch a case also. That's hardcore. People think it's like, Chrissy, it is not.
No.
Champagne is hard.
I mean, wine is hardcore too.
Yeah.
Like a 13% alcohol wine and you drink a bottle, like you're feeling yourself.
Yeah.
Like I have luckily never had the taste for wine really. Like I'll drink it with a friend or something, but like I'm not one to just like drink some wine at home by myself because I would get hammered at home by myself.
Yeah. It'll get you there.
Yeah. Wait. I think, that's when you're like at home on your phone, like replying to everybody's Instagram stories, like your besties, you're like commenting on Facebook of people you barely know, you met a couple of times, like you're a beautiful couple. That's what happens when you drink wine at home by yourself.
That's fact. So we've exposed ourselves and now it's your turn. DM us your wildest night out stories or the moment you realized you're too old for this shit. We will read the best ones in a future episode. So spill the tea.
Yeah, I want to hear. I know that a lot of you listening to this have good stories and probably have good stories of me too. So let's hear them.
Okay, bye.
Bye.